So with this we complete about what is Jainism, right? So Jainism we have seen who is the 23rd Tritankara and who is the 24th, and who what about the four principles was preached by the Prashavana, and the five principles followed by the Mahavir, and the three Ratnas which have been followed, and how the people group of people of Jains were called. Okay, so next we will be seeing about the Buddhism. Okay, so as we all know that Buddhism was founded by Buddha, right? So Siddhartha, who later became known as Gautam Buddha. So what is the name of Buddha? Siddhartha. Okay, he was born in the 6th century BCE. His father Sudodana was the king of the Republic of Sakya. Renouncing kingly luxury and familial happiness, Siddhartha became a hermit. So, as same similar to Mahavira, Buddha also he rejected his kingly luxury and the family of happiness, and he became a hermit. Disillusioned with the prevailing ways of life, he embarked upon a quest for truth. So, disillusioned mean nothing but having lost faith in everything that is happening in the life. Okay, so and he started in search of a truth, true life. Attaining the enlightenment, he became Buddha. Okay, after becoming Buddha, the enlightened one, he first went to Sarnath near Banaras. So, this is a place near Banaras. Okay, so there in the Deer Park, he gave his first sermon. Sermon is nothing but the preaching. He gave a talk on a religious subject, sermon meaning. So this has been called Dharma Chakra Parvartana. Okay, so here he preached the four noble truths and the eightfold parts. So over here he preached how much? Four noble truth and eightfold paths. Okay, so the four noble truth declared that the whole world is full of sorrow and sufferings. Okay, so the four noble truth taught them: the world is full of sorrow and sufferings. Okay, so they also explained that the root cause of the sorrow. So what is the root cause of the sorrow also was explained in that sermon. Buddha realized that the desire was the root cause of the sorrow. That means the needness of the people was the main cause of the sorrow. Only by the liberation of the excessive desires could a peace life be led. So he is saying that only if we leave out what are the desires, then at that time only we will get a peaceful life. Okay, so Buddha preached the eightfold path for eliminating desires. This is called as the middle path. Okay, so the what are the eightfold paths was said at that sermon are: right action, right speech, right vision, right livelihood, right effort, right recollection, right resolve, right thought. Okay, so this has to be keep it your in your mind. Okay, so the next we will see who are the followers of the new religion. Wealthy merchants, artisans, and common people were inspired by the new teachings. Buddha gave his messages in Prakrit, the language of common men, and related to them to various aspects of their tradition. So this was preached in Prakrit. The atmosphere of the new cities changed the ways of life of the people. The new religions became a ray of hope in the changed circumstances. So this religion became a new hope to the people. So Buddhism especially took on a new role of transforming the lives of the people. Buddha and his followers visited Kosala, Magadha, and many cities on the Gangetic plain and spread his messages there. So they walked from one city to another and devoted their lives for others. So what they did, they traveled each and every cities and they preached and they taught the religion. So in 80th year, Buddha's glorious life of selfless service came to an end of at the Kushinagar. So his life was ended in at Kushinagar. This has been called Mahaparinirvana. Viharas were constructed in all the areas in which Buddha wandered. So viharas is nothing but the Buddhist temples. People preserved his relics and bones in Chaityalayas and stupas, and the memory of his accomplishments started worshipping him. Stupas is nothing but a dome shaped building. Okay, so this was how the first temples, idols, and the idol worship began. After Buddha's death, his followers collected his teachings and traditions in the form of Tripitakas. So these are Vinaya, Dhamma, and Abhidhamma Pitakas. Over a period of time, disagreements developed in the teaching and different branches of Buddhism sprung up. So, what is the three Tripitakas? Tripitakas means three baskets. Okay, three means three, correct, right? Try. Pitakas means baskets. Okay, what are they? Vinaya, Dhamma, and Abhidhamma. Okay, so these, thus in Hinayana, Mahayana, and Vajrayana, and their sutras came into being. So today we see many organizations across the globe adopting different ways of realizing Buddha. Okay, so foreign invasions, how it has been. Over there, how they have been inverted towards the foreign places. During this period, there sprang up city states in Greece. Okay, ancient Persia had grown into powerful empire. These two areas engaged in continual conflicts. Conflicts means quarrel. The Achaemenians were one group who ruled Persia. Okay, in 6th century BCE, King Darius of this dynasty established a strong empire. So, who was the king? The king name as Darius. Okay, so his kingdom extended up to the Indian border during his time. In 4th century BCE, the Macedonian king Alexander won over the Greek city states and captured Persia. Okay, so thus even the part of the Persian kingdom which had spread up to the Indian border came under the control of Alexander. After empowering Persia, Alexander entered India through the passes in Kandahar and Hindu Kush. He advanced till Ravi and Beas rivers and unable to proceed further. So he crossed the Indian border through river Jhelum, and on his way back home he died at Babylonia. Okay, so these were the foreign invaders towards India during those time. Okay, and I hope you have understood about the growth of the two religion, Jainism and the Buddhism. Okay, so if you have any doubt regarding this, you can ask me. Okay, and so just go through the lesson and make sure that you can understand what are the things which have been marked, okay, which I have been asked to keep it in your mind. Make those points, and the important points about the religion. Okay, so here I have already said that in Jainism there are five principles, and in Buddhism you have eightfold parts. Okay, and just go through it, read once or twice so that it can be able to understand and keep it in your mind. Okay, thank you.